Noun. Okay, what's that? Yeah, you all have to turn on the video. You have to turn on the video because I want to see whether you listen to me or not. So again, continue. Playing game in class is not allowed. Play is verb, but when we add ing, it becomes noun, right? So if you want to translate this one into Khmer, we translate like this. Ca lên, play, play, right? When we add ing, it becomes ca lên. So ca lên game มันคนชนะคือมันត្រូវបានអនុញ្ញាតទេ Okay. So we have some more use of gerund. Let's go together. So when to use gerund? Okay, we have about 5 use. I guess you still remember it. So the first one of gerund is used as the subject of the sentence. So as we know that subject is always in the first of the sentence, right? Because we have subject, verb, and object. Okay? We have the subject, and then we have plus verb, and then we plus with the object. Okay, so here subject is always in front of the sentence. Okay, so gerund we can use as the subject of the sentence. So example here, smoking in public area should be banned. So where is the subject? And we can see here until smoking until area. This is the subject, and here should be banned is the verb. Okay. Okay, and so here is the subject. Okay. So here smoking, see smoking, there is called gerund. We use it in the beginning of the sentence to make it as the subject. Okay. So let's go on. If you cannot catch up with the lesson or you cannot go through it, you can turn on the voice and can ask me. Okay. So the next use of the gerund is after certain verb. We have admit, avoid, consider, deny, enjoy, finish, involve, keep, mean, practice, quiet, quit, remember, stop, understand, voice, and so on. So here are the verbs that use with gerund. So when you see all these verbs, after this verb, we use with verb ing. So as you can see example here, he quitted smoking when he was 30 years old. So as you can see, where is the certain verb? Quit, right? So here, quit is the certain verb, as you can see here, right? So after the word quit, we need gerund, we need verb ing. So here I use the word smoke, and then I add ing, it becomes smoking, it is become gerund. Okay? So he quitted smoking when he was 30 years old. So គាត់បានឈប់ជក់បារី right? នៅពេលដែលគាត់មានអាយុ30 ឆ្នាំ okay? So quit is the certain verb. When you see all the certain verb, we add verb ing. Okay? So that's it for rule number 2. So let's go to number 3. We also use gerund after the preposition. So I guess you already know preposition, right? We have in, we have on, we have at, we have up, right? We have between, we have between, okay? In, on, at, between, and so on. Okay? So these are prepositions. So when you see all these prepositions, after it, we also use with verb ing. So as you can see example, he is interested in playing sport. So where is the preposition? In, right? So here in here is the preposition. So after preposition, what do you see? Playing, right? So playing here is the gerund because we use it after the preposition in. He is interested in playing sport. គាត់គឺចាប់អារម្មណ៍នៅក្នុងការលេងកីឡា Okay? So the next rule of it is that talking about go. After the word go, to talk about physical activity. The keyword in this rule is here, physical activity. What are they? Example like running, right? Example like running, jogging, reading, swimming, everything that you go with your physical, your body. Okay, you read, you use your eye. You run, you use your leg. Okay, you jump, you use your leg as well. So when all this activity we call physical activity. So we use this activity with the word go. Okay? As you can see example here. He goes swimming every evening. Okay? Go. And then we need verb ing. The verb is swim, and then after the word go we use the run. So here we add ing become swimming. Okay? So he goes swimming. Okay? Swim is also a physical activity because if you want to swim, you have to use your leg and your arm and your body as well. Okay, the next use of the gerund is here after the verb of like and dislike. Okay, except the verb of like and dislike, the verb of like, example like love, right? Love is also the verb of like. Fancy, fancy is also the verb of like. Okay, enjoy, enjoy also the verb of like, the word of like. Okay, and the verb of dislike we have what, the word hate, right? You know, hate also the verb of dislike. For a can't stand, right? Can can't stand. Okay? Can't stand also the verb of dislike. So when you see all these verbs, we use with gerund as well. Okay, so example here, I hate playing game. You see, hate is the verb of like, the verb of dislike. So after this verb, we need gerund here, play, and then we add ing, it becomes gerund. I hate playing game. ខ្ញុំ up ការលេងល្បែង លេងកីឡា Okay, so here, but here as you can see the in the parentheses here we put what. But if the verb goes with would, if the verb like and dislike here goes with would, we don't add gerund. Okay, as you can see here, I would prefer playing game. It is incorrect. It is incorrect because what? Would. Okay, it said except when the verb goes with would. The verb here it refers to the verb of like and dislike here. When you see the verb of like and dislike here goes with would, after it we don't use verb ing. As you can see here, prefer is the verb of like, right? But because of the word prefer here used with would, so after prefer we cannot use verb ing. We cannot use gerund. That's why it is incorrect. Okay, so that's it for gerund. Let's go to infinitive. So different from gerund, verb ing, right? Gerund, verb ing. The function is noun, right? Example like play again. Play. Play is verb, and then add ing. Playing it become noun. Okay, but here infinitive, the verb itself precede. Precede means start. The verb itself started by to, or we call it to infinitive. Example, the word play again. Play is the verb, and then start with to. So we have to start with to here. It becomes to play. So the word to play here we call to infinitive. Okay, we call to infinitive. We call to infinitive, something like that. Okay. So and the verb itself means the word play. The verb play, if we stand alone here, we call infinitive. Okay, we call infinitive. We call it infinitive, or we can call it one more. We call bare. We call it bare infinitive. We call bare infinitive or infinitive. Bare infinitive. So here, example. To be honest, I love doing research here. Be here we call what? Infinitive. Okay, and then we add the word to, it becomes to be. So to be here we call to infinitive. Okay, to be honest, I love. Love is the verb of like. So after the word love, we need verb ing again. So doing here is called gerund. Okay, doing here is called gerund. So to be honest, I love doing research. But in this slide, we will focus on the word to be. How to use to plus verb. Okay? How to use to plus verb. Okay, let's go. Here, the rule number one of to infinitive, to explain why somebody does something. Okay, to explain, you know, explain, right? Explain, we also answer with the question why. Okay? We also answer with the question why. Okay? So here, the last thing I do before the real exam is to do practice exam. Okay? Why or what? Okay? The last thing I do before the real exam is to do practice exam. Example, I ask you, what is the last thing you do before the real exam? Or the last thing I do before the real exam is to do the practice exam. Okay? You answer with the question what. But if you want to answer with the question why, example, I play Facebook to know. I play Facebook to know more. I play Facebook to know more information. Example. Okay. So here, where is the to infinitive? To know, right? To know is the to infinitive. Why use the word to know? Because I want to explain here. I want to explain this one. Why do, example like, why do I play Facebook? Why, right? Why do I play Facebook? And then to explain it, we need to use to infinitive. So I like to play Facebook to know more information. So to know more information here, it explains this one. Okay, that's why we use with infinitive. Okay, this is for rule number one. Number two, immediately after adjective. I guess you know the word adjective, right? Adjective is the word I used to modify. The word I used to modify means to express. Okay? Modify noun. Okay? Viết lại mình chạy là niệm, right? So the word I used to modify noun. Example here. It is good to revise lesson day by day. So here, where is the adjective? Good, right? Good here is the adjective. So after adjective, we need to use to infinitive here. So to revise. Okay? It is good to revise lesson day by day. Okay. The next one, we also use to infinitive here after to, enough, the first and the last. Example here. He is too aggressive to be. You see? After the word to, right? He is too aggressive to be the friend with. What good okay? Aggressive means quickly get angry, right? Quickly angry. Okay? Quickly angry. Okay? So he is too aggressive to be the friend. To be the friend with. Okay? To be the friend with is the to infinitive. Okay. The next one. Here are the certain verb of to infinitive. We have some certain verb for the gerund as well. So here for the infinitive, we also have some certain verb. So here, agree, appear, arrange, ask, attempt. Okay, so we have how many A? That from A? 5, right? So agree, appear, arrange, ask, attempt. Okay? You must remember all these verbs because in exam it mostly appear the certain verb, and if you don't remember it, it may be difficult for you to decide whether the sentence is infinitive or the sentence is gerund. Okay. So here you can see example. He agreed. He agreed to have my assignment. So agree, right? They agree here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Agree, right? He agreed. So after, right? After this one, we use with infinitive. Infinitive. So after the word agree, we use with to infinitive to have. He agreed to have my assignment. Okay. So that's it for the lesson. Okay. So to sum up, let's sum up together. Okay. So to sum up, example here. Okay. Sum up. So rule number talking about infinitive. Talking about gerund first. Talking about gerund. Okay. Talking about gerund. Rule number one is for the subject. Okay. The subject. Rule number two. After what? After preposition. Okay. After preposition. And then what else? After go. Okay. After go to talk about what? Physical, right? Talk about physical activity. And then we go to the verb of like, the verb of like and dislike. Okay? The verb of like and dislike. Okay? And then the next one we have the certain verb. Right? So as the subject, after preposition with the word go, after the verb like and dislike, and with the certain verb. And the infinitive, or call it to infinitive. To infinitive. Number one, to explain, right? We just number one to explain. Okay. Number one is to explain. Number two, what? After adjective. Okay. After adjective. Number three, what else? After to, the word to. After enough. Okay. After the last, not enough notice. Okay. After enough. After the last. And the first, right? The last and the first. Okay. And next one, what else? With the certain verb as well. With the certain verb. With the certain verb. Okay. So this the role of this lesson. Okay. So let's go to the exercise together. So here, so one exercise. Number one. Study abroad is very good for students. My parents go jog on Sundays. Dara is good enough become the leader. I don't prefer eat sandwich. I go to school, get some knowledge from my teacher. She attempted commit suicide. She suggested practice exercises day by day. Okay, so we have 10 more minutes left. So here number one. Chita, I guess you are here, right? So, can you answer number one? What is number one?
Studying abroad is very good for students.
Okay, study. The answer is studying, right? Good. So, why do you studying here? Why do you studying here? Chita?
Because
Because what?
it's very good. Like it's very good.
Remember, here is the verb, right? And very good for student. Here is the object, right? So here, studying abroad is what, Chita? Is what?
Gerund.
Here we have verb, we have object, right? So in front of here we call
Gerund.
sub, subject, right? We call subject. So what is used as the subject of the sentence? We use with gerund, because gerund can use as the subject of the sentence, right? So it is verb, very good for student is the object. So the sentence we need subject. So only gerund can use as the subject of the sentence. That's why we use gerund here. Okay. Number 2. My parents go jog on Sundays. Okay, Nori. Number 2, what is that? Nori, are you here? Do you hear me? Hello? Do you hear me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Nori, are you here? You see, that's why I want you to turn on the video, turn on the camera. If not, you see, I don't know whether you listen to me or not, if you don't turn on. Okay, so let's go to Narat. Narat?
Yes, sir.
Who?
My parents go jogging on Sunday.
Oh, sorry. My parents
Go jogging.
jogging on Sunday, right? So why do
Jogging
you
on Sunday.
jogging here?
Because of the verb go.
Because of the verb go, right? So after the word go, to
Go.
talk about physical activity, jogging, we need to use your leg, right? So leg is also a kind of physical body. So we need to add ing, okay? Become jogging. Good. Number 3. Ratana. Ratana, number 3. Oh, sorry. Dara is good enough.
Yes, sir.
Number 3. Dara
Dara is good enough to become the leader.
Dara is good enough
Is
to
good
become
enough.
to become the leader, right? So why do we use become here? Why do we use
Because of the word enough.
because of the word enough, right? So with the word enough, we also use with the to infinitive. Good. Okay, number 4. Maria.
Sir, wait. Sir.
Yes.
I have something to tell you. Doris said that he can hear you, but when he talks, nobody can hear him.
I see. Okay. So number 4. Maria.
I don't prefer eating sandwich.
I don't prefer eating sandwich. Good. So why do we use
Wait.
here?
Because the word prefer.
Because of the verb prefer, right? The verb prefer here is the verb of like or dislike. Prefer is the verb,
Again, sir.
prefer is the verb of like or dislike. The verb of like, right? So with the verb of like and dislike, we also use with the run, right? Eating. Good. Okay. Number 5. Nori, can you talk? Let's see.
Yes, sir, you hear?
Okay, let's go.
Do you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I hear you. So number 5.
I go to school to get some knowledge from my teacher.
I go to school to get some knowledge from my teacher. So why do we use to get here? Why do we use to get?
To get to learn by somebody something.
Yeah, we used to get here to explain why you go to school, right? You used to get here to explain this one. Example like, why do you go to school? Or I go to school, and then you explain to get some knowledge from my teacher, right? This is to explain. Good. So number 6, get back to Chita. Number 6.
Number 6, to commit.
She, read the full sentence. She
Attempted
attempted
to commit. Attempted to commit
suicide.
suicide.
Okay. So she attempted to commit suicide. Why do we use the word to commit? Attempted, right? Because of the verb. Attempted is the word, the certain verb, right? So nieng, ban, pon pong, right? Attempted means to try to do something. Try to do something or to test. Okay? To test something. Attempt. Okay? Nieng, ban, pon pong, commit suicide means what? Commit suicide. Commit suicide means to. What does it mean to commit suicide?
Kill.
Anyone know?
Self.
Commit suicide means to kill.
សម្លាប់ខ្លួន
To kill ourselves. Okay? To kill ourselves. Okay? So to commit suicide means to kill ourselves. So nieng ban pon pong សម្រាប់ខ្លួន right? So number 7. Nori already just go to Narak.
Just it to practicing exercise day by day.
She suggested practicing exercises day by day. So why do we use practicing here? Why do we add ing?
Because of the verb suggested.
Because of the verb that suggest is a certain verb. Okay, so that's it for this exercise and also this session. So we have 15-minute break and then we come back at 11:10. Okay, got it, everyone? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So we will come back at 11:10. Okay, so be on time. At the 3, I guess you just come, right? So you missed the first Zoom already. So let's go to the next Zoom on 11:10. Okay, so that's it. Goodbye. See you.